Okay, I'm going to show you how to input your progress in terms of pictures, measurements, all that good stuff. So, ideally, I would love for you to be doing sort of a check in with yourself once a week. So if every Sunday works for you to input uh, some measurements, some progress pictures, great. Otherwise, if you would just do it on your biweekly check-in date, that's going to be plenty for me. So if you're adding things like your scale weight, your measurements, and progress pictures, that helps us to see whether or not the protocols are working for you. Workouts, steps, sleep, stress management, and of course, our calories. So, if I don't have that sort of data to actually gauge whether or not you're making any sort of improvements, then that doesn't help me to give you any sort of guidance that will help you to make progress. Okay, so with that, let's go through how to put these in the app. So, as you can see, for myself today, I already have my weight in there. It also says body fat percentage. I'm going to tell you right now that that is absolutely not accurate in any way, shape, or form. So I use a scale. It's called the Withing scale, and it actually syncs up with this app. So if you have one, cool, you'd be able to link it up to the app as well. But with that scale, it quote unquote measures your body fat percentage. And I'm going to tell you right now that it is highly inaccurate. There is absolutely zero truth to that. You don't know your body fat percentage if you're using a scale like this. The only way you know your body fat percentage is, it's somewhat accurate on something like an in-body machine, but even that has plenty of room for error. The only true way to know would be to go and get it actually tested. What do they call it? Hydrostatic test, or not hydrostatic. You can do like a dunk tank or something. Anyways, I'm just here to tell you that the scale body fat percentage reading is trash. So with that, my weight is already entered, but if you're someone who doesn't have that scale that links up with the app, here's how you put in your stuff. So you're going to go to this plus button in the bottom right, just like we do for pretty much everything, and you're going to go to body stats. All right, so we click on that. Great. Now, as you can see, there's a place for you to put in your uh, weight, your body fat percentage if you know it. I'm guessing none of you use calipers, so you probably don't have to worry about that. But then we can put in some measurements. So for measurements, if you read through the welcome guide that I sent you, typically, I like to have people do their waist, their hips, and then their thigh, or at least for women especially. Those are great places to see what kind of progress we're making. If you want to do any other ones, awesome. Maybe you want to do your chest. But as you can see, there's this little guide over here on the right to tell you where to do those measurements. So for me, the only ones out of these that I do for my coach are waist and hips. So I'm going to put those in for me today because I, of course, did my measurements this morning. And what else do we have? Well, I got to do some math here. 5 divided by 8. Okay, 0.625. All right, cool. So easy as that. Put in my waist, put in my hips. And like I said, for you, I'd suggest measuring your thighs as well. So you can do the left side here, and then if you just flip over here, click on the right side, then you can put in the right side for anything like your biceps, forearms, thigh, and calf. Okay, so we save that, and we are done with that. So like I said, I suggest you do that every week, every other week before your check-in would be great so that I can see what's happening. All right, the other thing that we want to put in would be progress pictures. So again, you hit the plus button, click on photos, and I already took the photos on my on my phone. So I would suggest you do the same because then you don't have to like set it up from this app. You just go to add photos. They're already in the library. So I'm simply going to pick photo and we go front and then we go side and then we go back. All right. And then it uploads the photos. Takes a little bit of time, but then this allows you to see the progress and what's going on because I'm going to tell you right now, it is so possible for you to lose inches and look different in your body composition without actually losing any weight on the scale. So putting pictures side by side week over week, again, the transformation can just be crazy sometimes. That's how you do it. You don't need to be looking at mine. There's nothing exciting going on in there. So that is how you upload your stats for progress pictures, measurements, and weight.